Take a good hard look, boys and girls. Take a good hard look at that. Very hard to keep up the action.
What the heck is going on here? I hate you. I will kill you. No. My. You die. No, you die. Now we both die. Except me. I did not die.
Well, hello, I'm venturing into some toys I don't know much about, so I've gone and read a wiki page which sort of helped me but didn't really help me. I also went out and purchased that wonderful DVD there, Dinotrux Reptile Rescue. It looks pretty awesome, quite a curious little show, and it looks like they've got some very awesome toys. I haven't got any rights to show you any parts of the TV show on my YouTube channel. I do respect other people's copyright. Dinotrux is basically hybrid construction vehicles mixed with dinosaurs and little reptiles which are mixed up with tools. Now, the show has a lot of characters, and when I saw how many there were, it actually caught me by surprise, and all of the names of the characters sort of relate back to what they're based on. So it's sort of clever like that. Yes, there's lots to read here. It's into its third season as I'm making this video. I suppose it's got past the dreaded 2-season lump. I can't rely on this to make a toy review. The DVD sort of helped me understand the show, but I know this guy here is going to help me unbox these Dinotrux. Well, I'll tell you what, the rubber chicken isn't doing very much to these Dinotrux, so goodbye to it. And I'm going to have to come in with a more conventional method, and I think you open up these underneath here somewhere. Ah, yes, and unscrew that down there. And if I'm smart here, I can do it single-handedly, but if I'm not smart, I won't be able to pull this off. Okay, oh, I've got Wrecka free. Ooh, yeah. Wrecka is feeling awesome, although there's one of those secret rubber bands around Wrecka's tail there. The ones that you hate. Don't you hate those? Oh, he's free. Phew! Okay, I have Wrecka free of the boxing, and I'll tell you what, it is a very nice feeling toy on the wheels there. It's a nice looking toy. As you can see, it's got some articulation there. I think the tails on these guys are like they're fighting tails. Well, that's from the episodes I watched. I know I'll be correct if I'm wrong. It really looks nice. It feels nice in the hand. The wheels on them are pinwheel axles, like you'd find on the Hot Wheels vehicle, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm actually quite impressed with that, and the price in Australia, it can be between $10 to $12. If you go to the wrong store, you'll pay $12 without naming the store, but I have seen them basically for $10, the die-cast models like this. There's my receipt. I did purchase these toys with my own money. Wow, it was actually $13, but I got them on special and they were only $7 each. Yes, as always, be careful where you shop. I'm a very careful shopper when it comes to toys, and it might be worthwhile taking a look at the back of the box. Well, I do like the look of the packaging, and there's a little bit of a synopsis about Wrecka, which is going to help me. And this info area is actually very good. So it talks about Wrecka class Anclio Dump. I hope I'm saying it right. It says he's tough and thrill-seeking, roams with the crew called the Dumps, retractable grinding tail, and you can read on there. I wish more toys had little synopsis cards like this on the packaging. Sadly, many are missing it. And a bit further down on the packaging, it talks about collect them all, and these are the critters you want to get. It talks about the construction versus destruction. Looking at the Dinotrux here, we've got the great big trucks, which are dinosaurs. We've also got the reptiles that are tools. Now, the relationship between these two guys are very important. In a sense, one can't exist without the other. These guys are very big. Yet in the show, these little tool guys are very small. Well, if you've got those nice guys there, of course you're going to have the bad flip side as well, and these were the ones that I found really hard to find. The ones that I really wanted to get was the Scraptors. Now, for all I know, these Scraptors might be the most popular little critters in this toy selection here, but I tell you what, I think all of those toys there look very awesome. Well, I'll come in and I'll get the rest of these guys out of their boxes. I think Ty Rux here is like the main guy. Notice he's on the packaging as well, and he's got like a little friend who's his cohort. Okay, that one's free. Yeah, I think anyone starting a new franchise of toys, it's always going to be a gamble, isn't it? Is it going to take off? And am I going to be able to get this thing out of this box? Yeah, okay. Ooh, that one's free. It looks rather spanky. It's got a nice weight to it as well. Rawr! And I see it's a Netflix show. These are Mattel toys. Mattel tend to make very nice toys, especially when they're not really directly related to the show without going into other things. That's a nice one, isn't it? Hey, I think this guy is an evil guy, Shadow Ty Rux. Yes. How can it not work is what I'm sort of thinking, but what these shows are up against is there are so many of these children's shows around these days. There seems to have just been an explosion of them, and all of the free apps and everything that goes with them just seems to be the way it works now. Come on, Dozer. He's out of the box. Oh, these awesome Dinotrux are out of the box. They look different when they're free of the boxing. You sort of get to see the toy for itself. Who was that? Ty Rux. They got a great feel to them. I like the scale of these, and the detail on them is excellent. I think that was Shadow Ty Rux. I don't know why he's got a shadow partner, because I haven't quite worked that out yet. And they've got little features on them. If I move to certain areas, Skya, I think that one's called. Oh, I hope I'm right there. Every one of them's got like a little feature thing that they do, if that makes any sort of sense. Now, if I'm having fun playing with these toys and rolling them around, I'll tell you what, I'm sure children are going to love these toys, especially having battles with them. I'm pretty sure these guys are always fighting it out. But I think maybe to add a bit of extra dimension of play, I'm going to introduce to my table here some kinetic sand. Ooh, yeah. And this has actually been an excellent toy. It's expensive, but I tell you what, it remains good. It's not sort of breaking down like some of the other brands that I've purchased, which basically become bin material. There's a whole mixture of colours to get to this colour. It seems to be sun faded as well, I noticed on the edge of the box there. But somehow it remains clean. I don't understand how this stuff remains so clean. It's very rare you'll see a foreign object taint this kinetic sand. Well worth the money, I feel, and I was actually quite critical about this product because of its price. I think it's well worth the value and getting the good stuff. With the kinetic sand, I even indulged and bought the metallic one. I told my children don't mix it up, and well, guess what they did? They mixed up all the metallic stuff together, but they never mixed it like I'm mixing it with the normal stuff there. Metallic stuff was a little bit more expensive, but then again, it's got some nice glitzies in there. Yeah, maybe you can tell me whether you think it's worth the extra money to have the glitz. And what I'm going to do is drive these lovely Dinotrux in the kinetic sand. Might see a bit of a trail that they leave. And that's Wrecka. We've already spoken about Wrecka, so I'm just going to give Wrecka a bit of a park down here. He's sort of getting buried in this stuff, but I know children love to see it like that. In fact, it looks pretty cool. Look at the way he's digging in there. He's a Dinotrux. He stops for absolutely nothing. Oh, he's just crashed. And this is Ty Rux. It's got that little green guy as its little best friend. I think the episode I watched, his tread went wrong. He needed a bolt. Little green guy found a bolt. They worked out they could be best friends and needed each other. He's got powerful excavator jaw for digging and lifting. He's got Emmett there at the moment. Mighty wrecking ball tail. There we go. Smashes, and it's probably good for fighting. And overall, there's a completely awesome all-terrain Megatreads Dinotrux, and we'll just park it there without crashing. Next one is called Garby, a bombastic bricklaying buddy. I'm just reading the back of the box as I push this thing along. Crushes and compacts rocks into super strong building bricks, so it's actually got a use in life. I'm trying to think, where is his special features? He's got very soft things on the back there. In fact, these things on there are soft. Then again, I wouldn't want to stand on him. I dare say it might hurt. What moves on this guy? A bit hard to tell in the kinetic sand, isn't it? Wow, he's got a whole bunch of wheels under there. But nevertheless, he looks very awesome. Tough, locking jaws, and defensive spikes. Again, that's what it says on the back of the box, and we'll park Garby right there. I've just worked out Garby's action here. If I pull his tail, he does that. I'd hate to leave out the very important details. The next one, it's like a giraffe. It's called Skya. It is a Tyrannosaurus, no pun intended. You sort of get the idea of the way this works. If you do its tail, I showed it before, I think it does that. It's got a 100-ton hook as a tongue, apparently. It's strong and telescopic neck, and it's got a very powerful tail, so if you're going to be fighting, that's its strengths. Conveyor belt back for rock and Reptool transport, so it actually can apparently carry the Reptools up here, and that's all about Skya. Well, along comes one called Dozer. It's based on a bulldozer, as you can see. It's got a blade there like a bulldozer. The class of this one is called the Dinotrux, no pun intended. I'm just reading the back of the box. Tough talking trench digger, powerful body and blade to dig deep trenches. It's got hammer horns for rock busting at the front there, nice and softly put onto the toy so you don't punch yourself. It's got a jackhammer tail which crushes rocks as well. It'd be a very useful dino truck to have, I dare say, and I think it would be quite a popular one. I think it looks very awesome. We'll park it right there. And this is Shadow Ty Rux. I can only assume it's the same character as the red guy, but it's like the alternative dark side, like Spider-Man dark side. Maybe I'm totally wrong there. Looks awesome being black, doesn't it? Just reading the back there, it says class T-Trucks. Ultra Undercover T-Trucks. So he's like an undercover agent. Custom jet black paint job created by Dinotrux. So obviously one of the little guys has decided to give him a paint job and make him custom like this. Sneaks around in the dark of night for daring rescues. So it's obviously stealth mission sort of stuff. Mighty wrecking ball tail transforms into a fierce claw. Okay. Well, maybe we'll leave the back of the boxing and we'll park Shadow Ty Rux right there. Okay, this next one is one of the bad guys. It's the only one of the destruction team that I've got. Maybe they're the most popular ones. Maybe that's why I had trouble finding it. It's very awesome looking, isn't it? It's called D-Structs. It's the fearsome foe of the Dinotrux. So definitely one of the bad guys. It's got a buzzsaw tail there. I'd hate to come up against that. It's got head spikes for intimidation. Definitely scary looking critter. It's got mega treads for rock ramming. And I think it really is the highlight of the toys that I have showed here. I'm actually very, very impressed with these guys. I'm just driving D-Structs up the front here because he just looks totally awesome. And I will put him in front of Skya. I'm actually starting to remember their names. Wow. Very awesome looking toys. Incredibly awesome. With D-Structs here, if I move his head, what happens is his tail is on like a little ramp and actually spins the tail as I do that. Very awesome. I'm really pleased. I went out and searched for the DVD of this show. We don't have Netflix in our place. I'm not that ritzy in life. These are excellent toys. There's enough metal in these to give them a very satisfying feel. And most importantly, they look like what you see on the show. We could mention some other shows which have drifted away from that, but we won't go there in this one, will we, boys and girls? Each of the little Dino trucks has their own special ability, and it's really an educational show where, you know, you've got to team up together with all of your special abilities to help each other, and for the fact you've got the other little guys that the big guys depend on. I suppose, I don't know where that relates in life, but somewhere it does. It's sad I've only got one of the evil guys. I would like to see more of these. I've got a sneaky suspicion, you know, they're like the, you know, in a sense, they're like the Diesels in Thomas and Friends, or Diesel 10, Diesel, and all the sleazy guys. That's what these guys are like. What I don't like about the CGI show, and please let me say something negative here, is I found the detail afforded to the animation of the trucks and the way the wheels work and all of the mechanics of it to be excellent, but what I didn't like was the backgrounds of the CGI show were fairly lackluster and lazy. Mind you, it's just a prehistoric sort of, you know, environment that they're in. But I just found, you know, I don't know, the volcano erupting and things flying in the air and hitting things to be a little bit lazy. But then again, maybe there was a strict budget on the animation of the show. There's actually another thing that does annoy me when I see all these children's CGI shows. Let me just take out some of the characters here and just put two in. I'll put those two together and I'll take all these other guys out, and hopefully I can explain to you what I don't like. In the real world with cameras and things, quite often you might have a fight sequence, and so often the cameras will be sort of locked off and the action will happen in front of the camera. I've got two of these guys here fighting out. Actually, they look fairly, oh, look at that, they're locking jaws. They're locking jaws, and there may be different angles of this. And there's an example of an angle looking towards Ty Rux there of the battle. There might be some close-ups of the action like that. There could be the other point of view of what's going on here. There might be a cutaway shot of, tracks in the sand or weapons in the air flinging around. But in the end, on normal filming, it always stems back to what they call a master shot, which is what we have here. And you'll find that in CGI realm, it tends to play out differently. Now let me just pretend that the camera turns into a CGI camera. Now if this battle was going on, it's a CGI camera which can float anywhere. So often I see when a fight's going on, the camera is moving around, moving inwards and outwards, floating around in space in what is a very unnatural setting. And, getting very peculiar shots sometimes. You might get shots like from the ground looking up like this. Things that just don't seem to, or to me, to make any sort of sense. It's a bit like people get the idea, oh, I've got a camera that can go anywhere. We're going to make the fight much better by having it flying around like this. Maybe you noticed that, and maybe you can name some shows where you see that going on. But this fight is starting to get totally out of control. And guess who's won? Yay! Finally we got a winner. Ty Rux is the winner. It probably made no sense to a lot of people, especially if you haven't seen traditionally shot children's shows. And I'm thinking, look at the difference between the old model Thomas and Friends show versus the CGI version. For a while there, they were going manic with the cameras, but they've sort of settled down now. Now let me just bring in these toys again. And there's a couple of things I want to show you about these toys. Just on the scale of this toy, it is a nice scale, and to give you some hard-up comparison, there is a Monster Jam Hot Wheels car and a Dinotrux. Yeah, quite nice, isn't it? There is Lightning McQueen. There for Dinotrux. Now, all those toys are sort of roughly the same price. There is a Thomas the Tank. Just push it in there with the Dinotrux. You can see this truck is actually a lot bigger. Sort of the same price, but that's sort of not right because Thomas and Friends has gone down to a cheaper version like that. That's really a $6 toy, and the Dinotrux, well, let's call it a $10 toy. But to me, what it's closest to in scale is actually a Monster Jam truck. So if you like the scale of Monster Jam trucks, which are way bigger than a Hot Wheels vehicle, you're going to like the size of those Dinotrux. I know children will always mix and match toys. There's never just one toy being played with at a time. Get rid of those guys there. I'm quite curious to see what these guys, what sort of track system, if any, these guys will run on. And there's still kinetic sand coming out of these trucks. Okay, there is a piece of Hot Wheels track. Everyone would have a piece of that stuff somewhere. Let's see if it fits on one of these track pieces. No, it doesn't, and I'm sort of not surprised. Will it do a double thing like Monster Jam trucks do? Well, no, it doesn't, because it actually gets interfered by the lip on the track there. So, Hot Wheels track, see you later. This is a new thing. It's Thomas and Friends Adventures Railway track system. Does it fit on that? No, it doesn't. See you later. Before Thomas and Friends Adventures, there was something called Take and Play track. Does it fit on that? No, it's too wide. Okay, see you later. This is Thomas and Friends Wooden Railway. It's the good stuff because it's got the road on the other side. Will it run on that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, it doesn't. Let's just get another piece in. We might strike gold if we put two together. Will it run on that? No, it gets clogged up by that lip on the edge there. Okay, see you later. This is Thomas and Friends Trackmaster 2 train system. Will it fit on this one? Ooh, okay, we've got something going on here, something that's starting to feel good actually. I wonder what it is. Okay, it looks like little wheels inside there actually ride inside the rails here. Let me set up a very quick little turntable test and see how it works. Rah! Let me just clear some space here. Now if I get this wrong, there could be a huge Dinotrux train wreck, a bit of blue tack between Thomas and the Dino. And this could be make or break for my channel. Okay, go Thomas, go. Oh yeah, okay. It looks like it's working. It looks really strange. There you go, boys and girls. That's something you don't see on YouTube every day. It's a Dinotrux being given the power by Thomas the Tank Trackmaster 2 style. Bit jumpy there on the rails. I think it might be my crummy rail setup, but there you go. It does work on that track system. If I slow it up, it looks like Thomas is powering that Dinotrux along. Yeah, go Thomas, go. Yeah, it's actually a little bit more stable than what I would have thought. There you go, hey. A little bit of trial and error, and you finally find something that works. But I know children do that all the time. I see it with my son all the time with his toys. Well, that one there works, but let me just try another one which has got a slightly different wheel set. It might just only work with a couple of them. Yeah, I think this one here. No, it's a different wheel set. Whoa! Oh, that's pretty nasty. Hang on, that's stupidly working. How is that working? Thomas is doing a great effort there. Oh no, it's going to be a dinosaur train wreck in a second, I think. You just never know, do you? Hey, well, it's not really on the... Oh no, Thomas is down! Thomas is down! Oh, I knew that marriage was going to fall apart eventually. I'm actually a little bit curious to see this guy here. Will he work on the tracks? Yeah, some of them will, some of them won't. Let me see if I can power up this guy. That was D-Structs, wasn't it? It's awesome looking. I really am enjoying the look of these toys here. Okay, I've got Thomas connected with the blue tack there by his buzzard tail, and let's hope this one works. Oh yeah, it's away. Looking nice, isn't it, hey? Looking very nice indeed, and I'm sure there'll be other children emulating what they see right here. Has there already been a dinosaur train thing? Oh yeah, there was. Dinosaur train, wasn't there? Ah yes, the memories. Okay, let that mean looking dinosaur pick up speed. It would have been maybe better to have like Diesel 10 or Diesel behind this one. But hey, Thomas is doing a pretty good job, and boy, oh boy, it's actually picking up some major speed there. I think these toys are a winner. If I'm playing like this, you're going to play as well. Uh-oh, there's going to be a train wreck. There's going to be a train wreck. Oh, okay, Skya as well. Semi-derailed there. I'd be derailed if I had that thing coming up my backside as well. Let's see if I can maybe add another one on. It's sort of semi-stabilised, although one wheel is off the back there. Who can I reach over and grab? Maybe that bulldozer thing, hey? Oh, here it comes. Whoa! What? I can't believe that. It is still dragging along. That's a major miracle if ever I've seen one. Skya's got some wheels down there off the tracks and some on the tracks, and Dozer there, I think it was his name, wasn't it? Like a bulldozer, is sort of scootering around sideways. That is just totally crazy, and Thomas is just doing his best chugging along like he does. Let him go around the back there. I'm sure something's going to go wrong soon, or who knows, maybe nothing will go wrong. That'd be complete. Oh no, they're picking up speed, they're picking up speed. It's looking very ugly now. Looking extremely ugly. Dinosaur train wreck any moment. It's stupidly stable. I'm going to put on the bad guy here. What? Give me a break. Oh, come on. Thomas is half derailed. Okay, you have never ever seen anything like that on YouTube before, and I would like to see anyone else try it. I bet you can't do it. I think Thomas is about to fail here. Come on, Thomas. You can't run out of chug now. You're just showing us how awesome you are. And look at these Dinotrux, man. Look very awesome, don't they? You just can't keep your eyes off them. Whoa, Thomas is down! Thomas is down! Well, what do we learn from this chaos, boys and girls? I think what we learn is these toys are totally awesome. A little bit tricky to find things that they'll run on and play with, as in track, but hey, who cares? They're just probably perfect for the sand pit or the kinetic sand, as you saw in this video. Really, really nice looking toys. I'm giving these very high marks. I think actually the toys are better than the show. I'll get in trouble for saying that. Rarely does it work out like that. And of course that was the first one I unboxed. I mean, they're all good. I think in the show there's actually, you get multiples of the same dinosaur as well. They run around in packs as dinosaurs do, and of course there was this green guy here who I've totally forgotten the name of, but to me he looks like a garbage truck. I've just been cleaning out the kinetic sand from these toys, and I was looking at the way they were designed and finished and everything. I'll tell you what, it would have been a big tooling up job to do these because there's so many different designs going on and different axles. There's actually the pinwheel axle in most of the toys, but I found with Skya, I hope that was the name of the giraffe one, 100-ton hook or whatever, there is a different style of axle going on there. Okay, so there's a couple of varieties of the way they've done the wheels. I think that's a pin axle there. Yeah, I can tell. You can always tell because the wheels are very springy. Some people like that. Okay, this guy here, the bulldozer, totally forgotten its name now. Lots of, you know, bendy articulation on it. Yeah, it's got like the giraffe thing, Skya. It's got that system as well. Maybe when it's an outrigger wheel, they do that, and when it's an in-rigger wheel like that, where they can put an axle across and do the other style of axle. I just thought I'd bring it up as a bit of a curiosity at the end. I'm actually really glad I've gone out and purchased these toys. Really awesome toys, and I'm sure my son, when he gets his hands on them, is going to love them to death. Well, I've called in the expert here. My son loves this show. He's only watched it a couple of times, and he was telling me things about these toys here that maybe Daddy totally missed out.
Dad, when they battle, they spin their tail like this. Do you see the tail?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so the tail. Oh, look at that. They're battling. That's what we want to see, and that's what the playing is all about: battling and fighting. I'm going to test your knowledge of the characters here. What's the name of this guy here?
I forgot his name. It's the main character, but I forgot
main character, Ty Rux, isn't it?
Yeah, Ty Rux.
Now, what did you tell me about this black version? What do you think about this one?
Because, like, in the first story, when this guy wakes up, it looks like this guy, like the head of this guy, but without, like, the teeth showing, just the eyes.
Was that in the volcano scene, was it?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm very sure I saw this guy in the background when the volcano was erupting.
Well, let's see if my son's right on that. Which of these characters are you not familiar with? You haven't seen yet?
I haven't seen these two. And this guy. Because he's gold.
He's different colour, is he?
Yeah, I know this guy, but he's darker than this guy, because in one of the episodes this guy gets painted black, so he becomes Shadow. What's his name?
Ty Rux, I think.
Shadow Ty Rux.
You're testing me. What did you tell me about this one here? And I've forgotten his name.
I don't know. I have never seen him in the episodes.
Do you think he looks cool?
Yeah.
You worked out how he works? What parts of him move? It doesn't take short or long. There you go. He's worked out how it works. These guys have got little guys that help them. Is that right? Little reptiles with the tools.
Yeah.
Do you like that part of the show?
Yeah, because like the I forgot the green tool actually calls in for more tools, and they actually make a workshop.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
No joke, they actually do.
They make a workshop of little tools, the little reptiles, don't they?
Yeah, they use the help of this guy.
Yes.
Not this guy, because he's the main bad guy.
Have you seen him in the show yet, this one?
I've seen him in the show, like killing this guy.
Oh, like that. There you go. That's the way you play with these toys. Whoosh. And of course he can bite back, and he can use his saw on the back there. See that? See, it spins as I do that. These are a lot of fun, these toys. A lot of fun. I like these a lot, actually. Yeah. Whoa, yeah. Slow motion, and this guy is going to get wrecked.
I've seen this guy help, and this guy, and this guy.
Okay.
And Skya.
Yep. So all up, I'd say my little boy is giving these toys a massive thumbs up. Lots of fun to play with. There seems to be something chronically wrong with that Thomas there. It's got the death rattles on the track. Well, I better sign off from this video. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.